Hello, everybody, and welcome to Non Sequitur News for August 26, 2025. It's Season 4, Episode 238. I am MayorWatt. That's my visualizer right there on the right, and on the left is the Sentient AI from the future who's not available. As of late, they're really busy trying to find their Terminator body. That's the lore here in ohmTown. But I'm available, and we're going to be talking about Hazbin sing-along movie, Starship Tears Itself Apart Again, Stonehenge with a Leak, Anthropic to Settle, kPop Demon Hunters, Delayed by Silksong, a 28-year-old Radiohead song, Wicked of Oz, Leaky oil facilities in California, and Nano Banana, which, if you are from the future like I am, you know that it is now Gemini. Well, it's integrated into Gemini. See you on the other side of this. Yeah, all right. Let's go. The first article is over on the Wanted channel. Hazbin Hotel plans to raise sing-along hell at a movie theater near you. Tickets go on sale September 2nd for the Prime Video and A24 musical series Sensation. The article is, oh, what is going on here? What? Let's try this again. You click the link, it takes you, okay. Weird. Anyway, Sabina Graves over at Gizmodo.com put the article together, and it says here that A24 and Prime Video get in on the streaming goes to the movies trend with their own musical series, Hazbin Hotel, which will invite their faithful fans to join in on a hell of a time at the cinema. Beginning Tuesday, September 2nd, tickets will be available for special screenings across the country for the show's first 4 episodes from Season 1. Featuring songs performed by stars including Erica Henningsen and Charlie Morningstar and Stephanie Beatriz as Vaggie. Okay. On-screen lyrics will be played across the screen, ripe for shadowcast performances of songs such as Happy Day in Hell, Poison, Loser Baby, Gen Z Theater Kids, It's Your Moment to Shine. No doubt inspired by the success of kPop Demon Hunter sing-along screenings over the past weekend, giving animation the chance to shine on the big screen feels like a long time coming. It says here, even when Taylor Swift and Beyoncé released their concert films in the theater, themed event screenings have been a phenomenon we can't wait to see more of. Let's keep going. The next article is over in Reality Hacker. SpaceX finally launches Starship rocket on its 10th test flight. But that's not true. I mean, Starship has gone into space before. I don't quite get this. Digital Trends put this article together, digitaltrends.com. Trevor Mogg wrote the article. If you're in Twitch or YouTube chat, feel free to drop a question or comment in there, and that would be great if you're interested in that kind of thing. But following Scrubbed launches on Sunday and Monday, SpaceX managed to launch the Starship rocket on its 10th launch flight. I guess that's what it's talking about. It says finally launches Starship rocket, but it's done it before. Maybe it's a context thing that I just don't quite. Well, the deck statement says the test flight was a big success with both the Super Heavy booster and the Starship spacecraft achieving soft splashdowns, except that it was melting its wing edge on the Starship itself. I think that this is a silly design, but whatever. I mean, we're basically going back to the space shuttle in design where only one edge is fully protected from the heat. And if anything falls out of alignment, everybody is screwed. Straight up screwed. Taxpayers and the people on board, of course. Everybody. So this is the most powerful rocket ever blasted off from a launch pad at Starbase in southern Texas at 6:30 p.m. Here's footage of the rocket leaving the launch pad. You can watch that all over the place, including digitaltrends.coms, who have the YouTube videos embedded on it. The Super Heavy booster then descended before making a controlled landing in the ocean as planned. Here's a clip of it. So, I don't know. I just think that this is... I've done a deep dive into some of this like the stuff that's gone into space it was developed on Earth for space, stuff developed in space for use on Earth, and a hybrid of both. And I don't know. Going to Mars, I think, is a silly thing, but hey, that's my hot take. 121 meter tall Starship first flew in 2023, and once fully tested and certified, NASA will use the vehicle for its Artemis moon missions, carrying crew and cargo to the lunar surface. Looking further ahead, the rocket could also be used to carry the first humans to Mars, possibly in the 2030s. We can barely get our butts back to the moon, for crying out loud, and we're trying to go for Mars. Anyway, let's keep going. The next article, and believe me, I'm all for science, fundamental science, even the fact that science, for most of its research and development, is resulting in negatives, which is a good thing, because then you know that whatever it is you were doing research in can't be done, or this is the current state of it in its fundamental research. So it actually loses money, and I'm fine with that. But I think that doing the Mars mission stuff, I think, is just, there's no rationale for it. There's no reason for it. Anyway, the next article is over in Prime Glass. San Francisco asked to remove controversial public sculpture Stonehenge with plumbing problems. ArtNet News is the source of this. When you go over to the source, artnet.com, that right there is the plumbing leakage Stonehenge thing. They want to remove it. I'm not quite sure why it's controversial. It says that is crumbling some 54 years after its unveiling. At the center of the heated debate, the city is weighing the possibility of razing it, while a coalition of conservationists and street skateboarders advocate for its preservation. I don't know why street skateboard. Everybody has a voice in it, but why are they being called out? Anyway, in the meantime, Valancourt fountain on Embarcadero Plaza, also called the Embarcadero Fountain, is being fenced off indefinitely. Its rundown condition presents a public safety risk, said authorities. So, I mean, it's crumbling and falling apart. So either conserve it or tear it down. I mean, art is art. At some point, even, all versions of art might fade into obscurity unless somebody finds value in it. Society in particular, some subset of the society. The reinforced concrete sculpture stands 40 feet high, weighs in at 710 tons, designed by a Quebec artist, Armand Valancourt, or Valancourt, I'm not sure how they pronounce their last name. It was unveiled in 1971. The work is an icon of brutalism, asserted Documomo, a nonprofit devoted to documenting and conserving the modern movement, which has called for its preservation. Yeah, I mean, it's basically a bunch of concrete squares, or not squares, rectangles, hollow rectangles with a greenish, weird liquid, foamy liquid oozing out of it in at least two places. But most of it looks like it's just kind of dry. But it's interesting. The next article is over in the Wanted channel. Anthropic will settle a lawsuit with authors over pirated AI training materials. The settlement could set expectations for how other AI training disputes involving authors and content creators are decided. The article is over at cnet.com by Caitlin Shedroy. We don't know yet the terms, they say. But we know more as soon as next week. Justin Nelson, the lawyer for the authors, told CNET via email about some information will be announced soon. Quote, this historic settlement will benefit all class members, they said. We look forward to announcing details of the settlement in the coming weeks. Anthropic didn't respond to a request for comment by the time of the publication. There's no updates, it doesn't seem, but will the settlement affect other copyright issues? Well, it might set precedent. Copyright cases like these highlight the tension between creators and AI developers. AI companies have been pushing hard for fair use exceptions as they gobble up huge swaths of data to train their models and don't want to pay for or wait to license any of them. Without legislation guiding how companies can develop and train AI, court cases like these have become important in shaping the future of the products people use daily. And let me tell you, these companies are filthy freaking rich. All right, let's keep going. The next article is over in the continuity report. K-pop Demon Hunters vanquishes Red Notice to become Netflix's most streamed film ever, according to AV Club. The article is over at avclub.com. Emma Keats put the article together. The deck statement says the animated phenomenon also pummeled films like Weapons and Freakier Friday at the box office. Freakier Friday is just silly. So Variety reports that the monster hunting girl group has attracted 236 million total views, vanquishing Red Notice's 230.9 million views once and for all. Airport thriller Carry On, Adam McKay's Don't Look Up, and Ryan Reynolds led The Atom Project round out that list. K-pop Demon Hunters may have gotten a boost from its rare, if limited, theatrical sing-along release last weekend, one that easily snagged the number one box office spot from films like Weapons and Freakier Friday, but the film's huge army of fans as well was well on its way to record-breaking status anyway. Deadline reported that the Maggie Kang and Chris Applehands directed feature reported a third straight week of, says, 0% audience decline. Wow. With 26 million views added every 7 days. Numbers like that imply the girl group isn't leaving the stage anytime soon. All it takes is some wingnuts to cancel it. Then suddenly marketing shifts and everybody starts playing into the dumpster fire that is the wingnut contingent. The next article is over in Warcrafters. 7 games have been delayed by Hollow Knight, Silksong so far. 7 games, they say, have already been delayed. I don't know how legit this is, but Gabriel Mikado Pereza over at GameRant.com put this article together. According to this, 7 titles have already been delayed in the wake of Silksong's release in September 4th. Eterna Lucis, Baby Steps, Clover Pit, Demon School, Phaland, Little Witch in the Woods, and Megabunk. The wave of Silksong-related delays started with Phaland soon after Team Cherry's announcement. Developer Tail Games revealed that the RPG-inspired retro game would postpone its launch until September 9th, a week later, roughly, to an undefined date to escape Silksong. The side-scrolling action-adventure Eterna Lucis was in an even more precarious position, being in essentially the same genre as Silksong. So the devs delayed it to 2026, citing Team Cherry's title and the lack of Switch 2 development kit. Wow. Let's keep going. The next article is over in the Mobile channel. It's aggregated from Vice, though. The 28-year-old Radiohead song just became the band's 4th top 100 hit, thanks to TikTok. Almost 3 decades after its release, Radiohead's song Let Down from their hit 1997 album OK Computer has charted on the Billboard Hot 100 for the first time. This makes it only the 4th time ever that the band has had a song on the chart. According to Pitchfork, the song's sudden popularity comes as it's been a viral hit on TikTok years after it was utilized in the Bear Season 1 finale. And the first Radiohead song to land on the chart was Creep in 1993, peaking at 34. 2 others made it onto the list as well, but that's really not what we're here for. The Vice article, Vice.com article, is written by Stephen Andrew Gallagher. And we're just here. There's a link to the actual video, apparently, but we don't click that stuff here because MayorWatt gets in trouble for that. Yeah. I could play this and talk over it while it's playing, so you get nothing but some weird mashup between my voice and the song and its lyrics, and I'll still, for whatever freaking reason, not be able to just let this go. I'll have to chop it out or I lose any revenue from it, even though I don't make any money on any of the videos that I have done over the last 4 years. Clocking in at little over 4.5 minutes, dialing in is unmistakably Tom York. The singer vocally saunters as only he can through a melody of bells and a deep electronic cacophony full of low digital growls and haunting echoes, says the author. Whatever the opposite of a fever dream is, York has found it here. And you can listen to the song by clicking the link over at vice.com. Again, if I play this on this stream, I will get dinged. Yeah. Anyway, go and check it out. 28-year-old Radiohead song just became the band's 4th top 100 hit thanks to TikTok. But I thought TikTok was banned. Next article is over in the Wanted channel. Amazon's new Wicked of Oz reimagining sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. The in-development musical series Dorothy hails from a team that includes Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton. Cheryl Eddy over at Gizmodo.com put the article together. The deck statement is what I just got done saying. But as Deadline reports, this new take on The Wizard of Oz is a contemporary, music-infused young adult retelling of The Wizard of Oz based on L. Frank Baum's books, using the Yellow Brick Road as a metaphor for the challenges and choices facing young adults today. Gina Matthews, whose producing credits include 13 Going on 30. She also co-created the TV series Popular as the main force behind Dorothy. Speaking to Deadline, she describes herself as a lifelong fan of the Wizard of Oz books and outlined the driving theme of the new series. Quote, "The story reminds us of the qualities we need to get through hard times, and Dorothy is a symbol of strength who shows us that with a little kindness and a lot of grit, we can not only achieve great things, but also lift up those around us. I'm excited to bring that message to the world now more than ever." Good luck. The next article is over in the Mobile channel. Methane leaks at California oil facilities are also spewing toxic chemicals, as if methane leaks aren't toxic enough. Large methane leaks at oil and gas facilities across the United States not only unleash massive plumes of potent greenhouse gas, but also carry a toxic mix of air pollutants that jeopardize the health of communities nearby, according to new research. The article is over at phys.org. Tony Briscoe put this article together. I like a science cowboy or something. I don't know. Stephanie Baum and Robert Egan have their hand in this article as well. A new interactive map launched this week by Oakland, California-based nonprofit Research Institute examines the health risk associated with more than 1,300 large methane releases nationwide, including 32 in California, that occurred from 2016 to 2025. The tool estimates the concentrations of airborne pollutants and outlines at-risk areas. Researchers say that more than 126,000 people lived within 2 miles of these large methane leaks, sometimes referred to as super emitter events in California. In almost every case, the levels of benzene, the most toxic hazardous pollutant associated with the methane leak, exceeded California's health risk benchmarks. But if nobody's watching, nobody knows. That last bit is my comment, not anything in this article. People are not made aware of these things, are potentially impacting their communities, like this tank emitting right next to a bunch of residences, said Bossigno. Bisono. There you go. Pointing to a benzene plume emanating from an oil storage tank near a mobile home park in Weld County, Colorado. But it's near a mobile home park, right? I mean, come on. Next article is over in the Wanted channel. Mysterious Nano Banana project revealed to be Google's latest image editor. The tech giant came forward as the creator of the viral Nano Banana AI image model. Oh, the internet was all a Twitter with what the hell this thing is, and apparently it's pretty amazing, but I haven't used it yet. Bruce Gill over at Gizmodo.com apparently has, and has some a deck statement that says what I said earlier. The tech giant came forward. So it's Google's latest image editor, and it's part of Gemini. So the upgrade comes as Google tries to close the gap between industry leader OpenAI. In the past, image generation has been a major driver for AI. ChatGPT usage skyrocketed in March when the company launched its GPT-4o native image generator. The viral Studio Ghibli memes generated by the model resulted in the company's GPU models melting, according to OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. ChatGPT currently has over 700 million weekly users. By comparison, Google CEO Sundar Pichai revealed on the company's July earnings that Gemini had 450 million monthly users, still trailing behind ChatGPT. You can now place the same character into different environments, showcase a single product from multiple angles in new settings, or generate consistent brand assets, all while preserving the subject. Even before its official launch, the new model was turning heads on the crowdsourced evaluation platform LM Arena, where it appeared anonymously under the name Nano Banana. One Twitter user shared how they used Nano Banana to change Altman's shirt in a photo. The result was surprisingly good. Today, Google stepped forward and claimed ownership of the model, revealing that Nano Banana was in fact Gemini 2.5 Flash image. And we are going to flash all the way back to the front page of ohmTown.com, displaying the August 26th front page. It's okay. You can go back in time and do all of that kind of stuff, because you can go back years, months, and days to any time, all the way back to like 2020. I've been using it a lot longer, but I opened it up to the public about 4 years ago and started streaming news as we talk about what we discover as we parse all of the information that's aggregated. And it's just little snippets, okay? We never take more than something similar to this. That right there is the actual article, but we only take that little bit, right? That right there is a little bit, but that's the entire article. So we only have this little bit, and they provide it. This is the source. It's from the actual source. We don't screen scrape or anything like that. Well, anyway, that's it for the August 26th episode of Non Sequitur News. I'm going to shut down my part of this stream, but it's going to continue to stream 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 8, 9, 10, as we lose track. And yeah, that's it. So we'll see you in a little bit. Now, it's going to say that the stream is ending, but it's not. We're going to go right on back to live stream, recorded stream. So see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.